10 terrifyingly hostile worlds are you brave enough to explore? From places that are too hot to handle with your bare skin, to destinations where the sun shines through clouds of poisonous gas, here are 10 terrifyingly hostile worlds you probably don't want to explore. Welcome back, everyone. Here at our channel, we love exploring the unknown with you. So if you like learning about the scariest places in our universe, make sure you subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's begin. Number 10. Lake Asal, Ethiopia. This is a place that you definitely do not want to swim in. Located in Ethiopia, Lake Asal is the lowest and hottest lake in the world. The lake sits in the Danakil Depression, which is an area of land between three tectonic plates. These plates have been colliding for hundreds of thousands of years, creating an extremely salty lake with water that reaches a temperature of 36 degrees Celsius, which is about 97 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's not all. It also contains some of the most dangerous minerals known to man. On top of that, it has no fish or other life forms because of its high salinity. However, there are birds that can handle these conditions, and they use the lake to feed on small crustaceans that do live there. 9. The Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. If you thought that Lake Asal was scary, wait until you hear about the larger area surrounding it, the Danakil Depression. This area is full of sulfur vents that release hydrogen sulfide, which creates an incredibly toxic atmosphere. Even worse, it's surrounded by volcanoes, which means you might be met with volcanic activity during your visit. Despite these dangers, the area is home to a variety of wildlife, including solitaires, which have been dubbed the ugliest trees on Earth due to their gnarled bark and sparse foliage. In addition to this, you might spot a Somali ostrich or a spotted hyena. There are also herds of wild asses roaming around the area. And finally, there are camels, lots of camels. Just be careful where you step, because beneath the sand is a yellow-scaled fire snake. Number 8. White Island, New Zealand. White Island is one of the most active volcanoes in New Zealand, and unfortunately, it's a popular tourist destination. Thousands of tourists visit the island each year to take a peek into its crater. However, the volcano erupted suddenly in December of 2019, killing 20 people who were visiting it at the time. The volcano hadn't shown any signs of activity for several months before the eruption, which is part of the reason why so many people were caught off guard. Even more alarming is that scientists had predicted an eruption in the near future, but since there were no major earthquakes or steam explosions, no one was expecting it to happen so soon. Although no one was injured in the blast, the island became much more dangerous following the eruption. Scientists warned that further eruptions could occur at any given moment and that the island should be avoided at all costs. Number 7. Death Valley, USA. In terms of places you don't want to explore, Death Valley, California, might be one of the worst offenders. The valley is located within the Great Basin, and it's one of the hottest places on Earth. It gets so hot in Death Valley that in 1913, the air temperature reached 56.7 degrees Celsius, which is almost 140 degrees Fahrenheit. To make things even more unbearable, there is very little rainfall in this area, which makes sense considering that it is a desert. But sometimes there are flash floods that sweep through the dry lake beds and can cause mudslides and rockfalls. Because of these natural disasters, Death Valley is a great place to explore with a tour guide, but not so much when you're on your own. 6. The Amazon Rainforest, South America. With over 2 million different species of plants and animals living within it, it's hard to think that anyone would want to explore the Amazon rainforest alone. But it is possible that there are even more undiscovered species hidden deep within its trees. But although the rainforest is home to many fascinating creatures, it's also full of danger. There are venomous snakes, biting ants, malaria, and that's just the beginning. Not to mention it's nearly impossible to find your way out of the rainforest without a guide. Getting lost in the Amazon is basically a death sentence. That being said, some people still venture into the rainforest every year to search for new plant and animal species, or simply to experience the beauty of nature up close and personal. Number 5. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra Island is a truly unique place. It's home to over 800 species of plants and animals that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. For example, there's the Socotra starling, which is a type of bird that's only found on the island. Then there's the Socotra coral, which is a type of coral that grows in the waters surrounding the island. What makes this place so special is that it has remained isolated from the rest of the world for millions of years. This has allowed unique species to evolve and thrive in a way that wouldn't be possible if humans were around. Unfortunately, human activity has started to threaten the delicate balance of life on Socotra. For example, the trees on the island are being cut down for firewood, and the coral reefs are being destroyed by fishermen using cyanide. No, for Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The Skeleton Coast is located in the country of Namibia, and it is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The name itself comes from the hundreds of skeletons of shipwrecked sailors that litter the shore. The coast is known for its strong currents and deadly waves, which have claimed the lives of many ships over the years. Even today, the Skeleton Coast is considered to be one of the most dangerous places for sailors. In addition to the treacherous waters, the Skeleton Coast is also home to some of the deadliest animals on Earth. There are poisonous snakes, venomous spiders and scorpions, and even sharks. 3. The Sahara Desert, Africa. The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world. It covers an area of over 9.2 million square kilometers and is home to a variety of dangerous animals, including venomous snakes, scorpions, and even camels. The desert is also extremely hot during the day, with temperatures reaching up to 50 degrees Celsius. At night, however, temperatures can drop to below freezing. There's also the risk of getting lost in the desert and dying of thirst. Despite all of these dangers, there are still plenty of people who explore the Sahara Desert each year. Many of them are adventurers looking for a challenge, while others are simply trying to learn more about one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. 2. Mount Washington. USA. Mount Washington is a mountain in the state of New Hampshire, and it is home to some of the worst weather on Earth. In fact, the highest wind speed that's ever been recorded on the planet was recorded on Mount Washington in April of 1934. The wind speed was a whopping 372 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to about 231 miles per hour. But that's not all. Mount Washington also gets more than 100 days of fog each year. The cloud cover can make it difficult to see even during the day. There have been many people who have tried to climb Mount Washington and never made it to the top. So if you're planning on doing it anytime soon, make sure you're prepared for anything. 1. Mount Erebus, Antarctica. Mount Erebus is an active volcano located in Antarctica, and it is one of the most remote places on Earth. The volcano is situated on Ross Island, which is part of the Antarctic Circle. This means that the volcano is almost always shrouded in darkness, making it an extremely challenging place to study. But despite the dangers, scientists from all over the world come to Mount Erebus to learn more about how volcanoes work. They also come to study the unique wildlife that is adapted to living in such a harsh environment. Alright folks, that's all for now. Thanks for joining us on this journey through some of the most terrifying places in our universe. Did any of these destinations make you feel a little uneasy? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode.